Hello everybody, it's Tiny Tiger here, and we're back for another RebelliousCraft server today. And the last time we played, we went mining! Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I just died. Oh, I just got to experience my first death. I think I was over there somewhere. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Well, at least you guys got to see me die. As soon as I start recording, that would happen. Oh my gosh. I think somebody has some, like, their house or something start over there. Actually, I think that's spawn, so. Oh, wow. He really threw me a long ways. Okay, so today. Oh, I lost my pants. Okay. I thought I had an iron sword too. Oh, I must have lost it. Okay. Well, today we're going to go find a place to live. That's right. Look me in the eyes. We're looking for a place to live, and while we're looking, we're going to have a topic. And I was just over there. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Okay. And we're going to have a topic, and we're going to keep along with the theme of talking about government stuff. Okay. And today's theme is going to be about North Korea. A lot of people know about North Korea. It's the best Korea. Well, that's a joke. It's a joke that everyone says North Korea is the best Korea, but obviously it's not. And what's going on with North Korea? It's a pretty controversial thing, what's going on over there. And no one does anything. And there's also a history with North Korea and the people of just the whole Korean peninsula. And it's pretty testy subject. So let's start looking for a house first. I want to live in a forest. Okay. But anyway, so the whole thing that started with North Korea was when the Korean War happened. And America was helping because China was starting to like get in there, and they wanted to have. Did I break that? Okay. Like a communist, like they turned them communist, and during World War II, they were totally like invaded by Japan, and the Korean people have like for a long time they didn't have their independence and have their own country for a lot of the time. It's always been invaded by Japan and China and just constantly like bombarded, and they didn't get to have the freedom. But then they got it after the Korean War, well, at least after they split it at the parallel. I don't remember which number that was, but it's a number and then parallel. And they split it there, and they said, okay, from here on down it's going to be South Korea or the Republic of Korea, and then on the top it's going to be North Korea. And it was kind of bad. It split families because you're splitting a country right in the middle. You're going to split people from their families and regions and homesteads. So, it wasn't the perfect ending to it, but it helped because, at least South Korea has, they're not controlled by a dictator, which is what North Korea is. It's controlled by a dictator. It's, communist. They say they're communist, like socialist, but it's just a dictatorship is what it is. Right now they're controlled by Kim Jong-un, and he's this short little fat guy, Korean guy, and he has like a really weird haircut, and is that a pony? That's so cute. Oh, I want it. It looks like a cow. Okay. Anyway, they're controlled by this like dorky looking dude. But don't put that past him because he's actually pretty evil. They are known for having concentration camps, and they've had millions of people die. It was said in the late 90s they had an awful famine and drought, and they didn't really tell too many people, and they didn't do anything about it, so they lost all their farming and stuff, and they're pretty much isolated. So what happens when you get a drought and you don't import too much stuff? Well, you don't have any food. So their people didn't have any food. This is a conservative estimate would say I don't know, 500K. So 500,000 people died. But an estimate that could actually be true is up to 2 million people died. So you don't really know because none of the numbers are correct because we don't know anything about them. Well, we do, but we don't know exactly. So that's pretty awful. And they got some humanitarian aid from us, from a lot of countries during that time. But then we started to like lessen it down because you know, everyone has to watch for themselves, of course. And did I take any damage? Oh, there goes. Lag. So we had to give them aid. People gave them aid. Some people still give them aid. I don't know which countries do. I need that pig, but I'm gonna let it go. But they don't get as much aid anymore from the UN because they're by themselves, as well as the fact that they have concentration camps. Yeah, North Korea has concentration camps for their own people, as well as maybe other people that might come into their country. So that's... Oh, I need these for my house. Yes. Yas. So they have concentration camps. And I know, when I think about this, I remember the first time I heard about concentration camps, like in the Holocaust, probably in the 3rd grade, 4th grade. And I just remember thinking, wow, I hope we never let that happen again. But guess what? It's happening again. And, like, it happens with other countries, kind of, you know. But, I mean, on this larger scale where people, like, thousands of people die, and it's, like, literally concentration camps. It's labor camps. They send them there, they work, and their whole family dies. Like, this is... Ooh, this is a cool place to put my house, actually. But I want dark wood. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for dark wood. Continuing on. So, see what happens is, you say something bad about Kim Jong-un. You say, his haircut looks awful. And then if someone hears that and, like, tells on you, you're going to be taken away to labor camp because it's, like, treason or something. You're a traitor. Like, why would you say about him? People see him as a god, and they're brainwashed as well. I mean, some people can look past it, but some people may actually believe it. We don't know for sure because not too many visitors are allowed in the state. So you get taken in, your whole family gets taken in, because they're traitors too, I mean, right? Like, they get all taken in, and that's what happens. And you're most likely going to die. They'll say, okay, you get, like, 10 or 5 years, but you're going to die after a year, pretty much. And it's just an awful situation. So that's one of the reasons, like, why they're bad, obviously, as well as just being a dictatorship and not being a republic or democracy or anything close to the way a country should be run. And I'm not going to judge people if they don't have the same kind of government as America, because, you know, it works for different people, different strokes for different folks. But it's not going well in North Korea. Is not being ran the way it should and is healthy. There's studies that show that since they're so malnourished as babies, they don't get enough food, that they're on average 2 inches shorter than South Koreans. And they're like the same type of people and ethnicity, so it traces back to being malnourished as kids, which is pretty awful as well. And so it's just a bad situation. It's really bad, and we need to cook food. So that's what's kind of going on. There's so much other stuff, like them threatening to bomb us like every other week. That's another thing, as well as they'll just take in random people. They'll be like, if like a random visitor's there from like Japan or something, they will just be like, oh, they're spies, and like just take them in and put them in a prison and stuff. And like they have no court system or anything. Like they say they do, and they might, but it's not fair. I don't know. It's just bad. So that's kind of what's going on in North Korea and why it's bad. And one of the big things is I did a report on this for my speech class and it was a persuasive speech. We had to write a paper on pro something and con something, and my speech was not give aid to them, and my paper was to give aid. And it was so much easier to do the speech because as much as you want to help the people, it's also they don't necessarily get the food, the aid, because actually they have a military first policy. So that means is that they're going to give the food and extra stuff to their military because they're constantly growing the military that they don't really need because they are a militaristic society. It's comparable, somewhat loosely comparable to Hitler or fascist Italy, but times about 5. I mean, besides being like an intentional genocide, is more just they're killing their own people. I don't know. It's pretty bad. But it is comparable to those societies in the 40s. So it's just really bad going down there. And I don't think I'm ever going to find a tree biome. This is bad. I don't want to live in a swamp either. I don't like swamps. Oh gosh. So that was the lowdown on North Korea. If I think of anything else, I'll tell you guys. But we're going to continue to search for this house. What else could I say, though? I'm pretty sure there's something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Everyone's, a big thing is people are just like, why don't you liberate North Korea? Like, you know, send in troops, put in a new government, which is what would happen if, like, that's what America does half the time when they go into the most recent wars, is they go in there, they try to establish or train soldiers to start a new government, and then, like, we leave or something. That's what. And that wouldn't work because it would be, and China doesn't want that to happen either, because that would mean they'd have millions upon millions of refugees coming into China, and they wouldn't be able to hold them all because it's like a million other mouths to feed in your country that would just come in after one day, which it couldn't happen. Like, people would die also from that too. So it's very, like, unstable. Like, it's impossible. It's really hard. It's almost impossible, especially if we got into a war with them, which is what makes it so messy, and it makes it bad too. It's really bad. But there's also reports that I don't know if you guys seen the articles about how China has like all these like little fake cities in China where it's like these a whole bunch of huge apartment complexes and stuff, and no one lives in them. And there's skeptics say that that's actually they're like planning in case of North Korean refugees, but it's not entirely certain. But it makes sense to me. I could see that being a thing. So maybe they are ready for it and they do expect it, because there's no way North Korea is going to be able to self-sustain themselves for another 10 to 15 years. Like, they might, but it's just going to get worse and worse. And I found my home. It's going to be in these trees. Yes. Yes. I love living. Those are my favorite kind of trees on Minecraft. So that's why it's such a shitstorm in North Korea. And a lot of people, like, they know North Korea is bad, but they don't, like, entirely understand what's going on in there and why it's so awful. And it's just really it's not clean. It's not a clean situation either to be dealt with easily. So that's why it's so bad in North Korea. And we found our home. We're gonna live in this little forest that, I don't like the stone over here though. We can change it if we really need to later on. Or we can go deeper. Let's see if we can find more trees like this on the regular. And holy crap, there's a lot of spiders. Are we in hard mode in here? I feel like we're on hard mode. Oh, I might die again. Oh, I don't like this when it's like stone. It's like too mountainous. Like, I like mountains, but I don't want it to be... Oh, shoot. It could live right there. I don't like that. Let's find the perfect spot. My render distance is on really low too, so I can't see anything. Oh no. Let's see. I need to make a bed too. I need to make it quick. Oh, is that a dark oak? Okay, I like dark oak too. If there's like a root forest, I could live there as well. Well, I can live along the water at this edge of water. Yeah, let's... You know what? We could put our house right there. I could totally see that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Ow. It's lagging a little bit still, but it's not too bad. It's bearable. Okay. We're setting up shop right here. Okay. I was quiet there. I was like focusing. I'm just like, okay, I gotta get this. I can't die again. Okay. So we're setting up shop here. And I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I promise I won't die. I'll make it tonight. But if we found our home and we talked about a topic, so it's all good. Okay. I don't know if I can see my face. Okay. Bye, guys. See you next time on RebelliousCraft.